We're going to welcome back the YouTube audience that'll watch this on the video on demand replay. And it is CLG FC episode 232. Is Crack still injured? Says Crack Attack Central. Maybe. You might just about be getting. You are about to return to full training in 6 days. You were actually named, I think, in the under-18s, even though you had the orange injury. So, yeah. But welcome back, Craig. Yeah, welcome back. Right. We've got Earlham in 10th place next in 7 days. So there is that. How's his development? I mean, I just created you last stream, right? Was it last stream I created you? And that you redeemed it? So it probably not far along is the answer. How you doing? How you doing, Craig? Yeah. Why are you calling him Kraz? He's Ducky. He is the crazed god of the quack. But yeah. How is his development? How do I even check that? I'm going to click on him. Development. Tactics. Progress, is that what it is? There's his ability. Yeah, he's not moved. But again, I think we just created you last stream. It's been 2 weeks in the game. Or it's been not 2 weeks. It's been 4 weeks. There's even if he had but Duck in his new name I call him Duck. Yeah. Here's how your attributes have changed. So command of area went up to a 6. Vision is still a 6. What else went up? Anything else go up? Looks like decisions is now an 8, but it's getting close. And then what's this? Throwing. Throwing went up to a 2. But again, we've only advanced 4 weeks since you made the player. Also, Crack, by the way, we've had a new under-18 join us. Ducky. Ducky's joined us. So, by the way, Duck, if you want me to change, the last thing I forgot, Duck, is do you need me to change the skin tone of the player? Because I could do that as well. Where are you, Ducky? Right now you are, there's 19 skin tones. So, who is your best redeemed player at the moment? Well, it's probably the furthest player along, which is, I think the first redeemed player was Switchblade. And Switchblade, I would say, 12 months. Why did it do that? Well, why can't you just tell me? Okay, I guess that's why. This is so Vision went up to a 3, or up to a 4, and their off the ball is sitting at a 4. Their acceleration went up to a 10. Their technique is still a 10. So this is the best player so far. But again, I mean, most of the under-18s that have come in have been here less than a year. Blockbuster, Ducky, Matthew Gonzalez, you, Seraful, Switchblade. Those are all the recreations. When do you think he might be ready to join the team? You stay in the under-18s until you're 19, and then when you're 19, you join the main team. So you will be in the under-18s until you're 19. So at that time, if the under-21s are in a league, you'll move to the under-21s, and if they are not in a league, then you'll move to the senior team. And if they move to the under-21s, when you get to 22, then you'll move to the senior team full-time. So we're not trialing Jack. So fair enough. Didn't know that, was just curious. Yeah, so they have to... I don't have space for him in the starting 11. I mean, I will once we get rid of a few players, but those players are serving me very well right now, like Perver and Heinrich and Wellman and Wildman and Mather and Joe Jones and Simon Roger Mukendi. So eventually those players are going to retire, and when they do, um, I'll have plenty of space. But in the meantime, I want to get them game experience, match experience, and they can do that in the under 18s league because we're in the under 18s league. So, uh, by the way, which jersey is that? And why have they copied Newcastle? Because the club is Newcastle Blue Star. So this is Newcastle Blue Star's jersey. Um, right. Almondbury Woolpack hosting Sutton Reserves. Brazier in the 5th, Morin in the 16th. And Almondbury Woolpack 2-0 over Sutton Reserves. Almondbury Woolpack are actually going to jump one spot to 10th. Sutton Reserves remain in 14th, just a point above the drop. Bradley hosting North Walkden. Guys, we got some help. Reese in the 24th put North Walkden in front, but Lewis in the 45th leveled it for Bradley. 1-1, they draw, which means we actually, instead of being top by goal difference, we are now top by 2 points in the league over North Walkden. The top team goes up, and the 2nd through 5th of the playoffs. Which would be more famous for the black and white stripes, Newcastle or Juventus? I am biased and going to argue Newcastle, but I understand why people would say Juventus. Right. We are going to say, I should say, go down to 5 days to go. So 5 days to go before our next fixture. Notts County, nice. I like it. Very good. I approve. Whoa, 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 what I need. Oh, whoa, whoa, what I need. Right. They gave Juventus that design after all. Kappa, nice. Jack Pearson got injured on loan. Bristol City make a sneaky offer. We've rejected it. Perver is showing pleasing progress. And we got our weekly staff meeting. True story, actually. Is it really? Is that because there used to be? I saw a story that there used to be a competition that like Italian teams would invite lower league English teams, you know, like League One, League Two teams, championship sides to play them back in like the 70s and stuff. This is fine. This is fine. This is in a month. That's fine. Well, he's already out. Oh, because he currently has a long-term injury that would benefit it under our guidance. Uh, that's fine. We should send on loan. That's fine. The rest is fluff. Pearson loan finishes. He is out. What is his injury? Uh, where's the medical center? Medical report. He's out 3 to 5 months. Okay. So, right, we're moving on. I'm going to put that aside. So, there we go. Whoa, 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 all I need. That song's going to be stuck in my head now. Good song, though. Um, I know you guys can't hear it. I'm well aware. I got to add that to the playlist. What I Need, the Basement Boys remix by Crystal Waters. Crystal Waters is a fun little artist that I've come across. So I just like house music. So you'll have to forgive me, but on that end, I don't know why. I don't know why a lot of people, particularly Americans, do not like house music. Um, oh, let's close that tab. Right. We did get leagues in focus. I said we were going to do it last time, so I guess I'm going to have to do it this time. Now that it is again. Um, right. Give me 1 second. Actually, uh, just trying to sort something out. Right. I well. Um. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Fuck. Oh well. That's what I meant to click. Right. Let's keep moving on. I'll come back to leagues in focus in 1 minute. Let's advance a day, and then I can finish what I'm doing off screen here, and then I can actually go back and give leagues in focus the focus it deserves. How about that? How about we do that? Well, Americans love the. I'm getting the fuck out. I swear to God, crack. I have MLS on now, right? By the way. Uh, uh, Chicago is absolutely smoking DC by a score of 4-0. It was 4-0 at half. Right, we need to do leagues in focus, shall we? MLS is not. If they're in the off season still, they're going to start in about 5 weeks. That was a funny joke, not worthy of a delete. Well, all Americans love the MLS, the best of all time. Miles Lewis Skelly. No, that was not a funny joke. Um, so MLS starts in about 5 weeks. In the Prem, Arsenal top by 8 points now over Chelsea. Newcastle have slid into third. Bournemouth are fourth. Man City are fifth. Villa sixth. Spurs seventh. Man United remain in eighth. Level on points with Sunderland. Uh, Liverpool are down in 15th. At the bottom, Palace are 8 points above the drop over Sheffield Wednesday. Not Brentford and Sheffield United are both 9 points adrift. Now I just realized the joke. Yeah, it wasn't a very good one, Ducky. Uh, it's because I complained to Craig that when I'm on Blue Sky, there is a tab on they are fake players and fake managers. Crack. There are no real players in the save. So the Liverpool manager is Vincent Trapp, which is not Klopp, because Trapp is too young to be Klopp. Um, so Vincent Trapp came at uh, he was Germany manager, then Eintracht Frankfurt manager, then Fiorentina manager, and now he's at Liverpool. And the Man United manager is thought Vincent Company might have ruined them in your save too. The Man United manager is Geese, or it might be Gijs Barens. He was currently at, or he was previously, where the fuck, why does it say, oh, I gotta click him. He was Liverpool assistant coach. Then he went to Sheffield United. Then he went to Lille. Then he went to Brighton. Then he went to Man United. So, the big reason that they're struggling is because Man United are negative balance, but Liverpool specifically have made 350 million. As Cole Chapman has a tendency to hold a high line, yeah. Very good. Um, Liverpool literally have made $350 million this season, and they are still 24 million in debt. That's how bad it's gone at Liverpool. Right. Anyway, continuing on. In the Sky Bet Championship, West Ham still top of the championship by 5 points over Cardiff, who lead the playoff places by 2 points over Bristol City, Swansea, Hull, and Luton. Fulham, Wolves, and Forest are all a point on the outside looking in. At the bottom, it is Barnsley, who are a point above the drop. QPR and Portsmouth. Portsmouth have climbed out of the drop, by the way, but QPR and Portsmouth are above the drop only on goal difference. So for Middlesbrough, the Scum are 5 points adrift in 23rd. Blackburn are 14 points adrift in 24th. Sky Bet League One, Derby are top by 13 points over Stoke, who themselves are 5 points above the playoff places over Leyton Orient, Plymouth, Charlton, and Torquay. Reading are on the outside looking in on goal difference. Bolton and Newport are on the outside looking in by 2 points. At the bottom, Mansfield above the drop. They've climbed out of the drop by 2 points over Burton Albion. They also have 3 games in hand over Burton Albion. Southend United are 5 adrift in 22nd. Wimbledon are 6 adrift in 23rd. South Shields 8 adrift in 24th. Sky Bet League 2, the return of Scunthorpe United to the Football League has gone very well. They lead the league now, but only by goal difference over Woking. Bristol Rovers are a point above the playoff places, which include Walsall, Wigan, Preston, and Bradford. Cambridge and Port Vale are a point on the outside looking in. At the bottom, Notts County are above the drop by 2 points. Blackpool over Blackpool, who've lifted themselves off the foot of the Football League at least. Yeovil are 6 points adrift at the bottom of the Football League. Right, Vanarama National now. Ziggurats Macclesfield are still leading the Vanarama National by 6 points over Sutton United, Hereford, Worthing, Solihull Moors, Forest Green Rovers, and Shrewsbury. Hartlepool are 4 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom, Gillingham are 3 points above the drop. Maidenhead over Maidenhead United, who have slipped in. Gateshead are now 5 adrift. Northampton are 6 adrift. And then Dorking at the bottom, 10 adrift. Vanarama North, Ultracham, a point above the league and the playoff places, which include Accrington, Morecambe, Fylde, Chester, Fleetwood, and Tamworth. Marine and Pexhill still 2 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom, AFC Telford and Southport are 3 points above the drop over Darlington. Real Bedford are 5 adrift in 22nd. Same with Appley Bridge. Appley Bridge in 23rd. Rugby Town are 11 adrift in 24th. Vanarama South, AFC Sudbury still top of the league by 2 points over Cray, Mersham, Margate, Bath, CK Andover, and Bowers and Pitsea. Berkhamsted are 2 points on the outside looking in, and then at the bottom, Cheltenham 5 above the drop over Dover Athletic, as are Southall Athletic and Wealdstone. Chicago's just scored another. It's 5-0, by the way. Farnborough are 7 adrift in 22nd. St. Albans City are 8 adrift in 23rd. Billericay are 17 adrift now at the foot of the Vanarama South. Let's see this goal real quick. They won the ball right outside their own penalty box, DC United, and then they gave it away in the exact same position. They're bad. Northwest Counties League Premier Division, which is the level directly above us. Broughton Amateurs still leading the league by 4 points over Rochdalians. Hattersley, Barlick Wanderers, and Addingham. Old Stretfordians are currently 7 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom, Prestwich Hayes are 4 points above the drop over Sandbach. Lairds are 9 adrift in 22nd. Highgrove are 10 adrift in 23rd. Wythenshawe 12 adrift in 24th position. That's Leagues in Focus. We are moving on. So it's amazing year over year over year over year, by the way, how bad DC United is. Like, they're bad. They are the new San Jose. So for years, San Jose was the worst team. DC is in 12th right now. last year they finished in 10th, missed the playoffs. The year before that they finished in 12th, missed the playoffs. 2022 they finished 14th, which is bottom of the East. 2021 they finished 8th, missed the playoffs. 2020 they finished 13th. 2019 they finished 5th and made the playoffs. So that was the last time DC United had a team that actually made the playoffs. It was 2019. And ever since then, they have been horrendous. Right. uh, Pattingham want you on trial, crack. No. Holland offer for sneak. There you go. Cool. Uh, oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't. I really don't understand what. If DC have scored. So, I blame Rooney. I mean, I blame the owners. The ownership is very, very clearly the problem in DC. Very clearly the problem in DC. But Rooney's not a bad fall guy. I mean, that's the thing that agitates me about the clubs that hired him. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the goalkeeper tried to. The goalkeeper, instead of just kicking it upfield, tried to dribble around a DC attacker, and the DC attacker just picked his pocket and put it in the open net. So, what I was going to say is the thing I didn't understand about Rooney is he came here to MLS first. Okay, he was the manager of DC United. They were atrocious under him, and I mean atrocious under him. And then people in England looked at that and said, you know what? Let's hire him. Like, what? Did you not see what happened in MLS? And then he's terrible at the second job, and they said, you know what? Let's hire him again. And he got a third job in the football league. And then somebody said, you know what? Let's hire him again, and he got a third job in the football league, 4th overall. And it's like, when does the penny drop for these clubs that he's not a good manager? You know, it's one of those things where maybe he should drop down to non-league if he wants to seriously manage. And maybe he tries his luck there. But I don't know. Either way, not a great manager. My beard and mustache are getting long. Like really long. Right. We are 5-6 favorites. Earlham 11-4. The draw 13-5. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Fuck off. Oh, DC with a chance. Oh, DC almost got a second. Right. Pre-match press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question from Dane Conway 442. How do you feel about his recent comments? You defied a lot of expectations so far this season by progressing nicely up the table. Mm. I don't think so. That wouldn't make any sense. Uh, turn favorable. It's vital. Like no, yeah, it is a must-win. Found an extra set of competitions. What do you mean? Please explain. Right, we're a day away from the. We are a day away from the match. So let's go. Sutton reserves are playing Clitheroe. There you go. Nope, that's not what I want. Nope, that's not what I want. Yes, that's what I want. Cool. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, what the fuck? Refresh. Refresh, damn it. Okay. Uh, there we go. Cool. So I'm now in Asian Champions League and the Asian Cup Winners' Cup in the same season. Oh, okay. There's I didn't realize they had a Cup Winners' Cup. I know in the FM23 they have a it's like Confederations Cup. So there's a secondary cup. Up, it's 6-1. I know in Africa as well there's a Confederations Cup. So there's like two continental competitions now in Africa and Asia. Obviously you have the Sudamericana in South America. In fact, the only confederations that have a confederation-wide secondary that do not have a second confederation-wide secondary competition are CONCACAF and Oceania. CONCACAF has just the Champions League. Oceania has just the Champions League. CONCACAF does have the Caribbean Cup, though, where Jamaica, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, all them take part in. Suriname, I believe, as well, Guyana, but they do not have it's only Caribbean nations, and like Costa Rica, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Panama, Belize, Mexico, Canada, and the United States do not compete in that competition. So, comeback is not on now. It seems. Yeah, I don't think so. Right, Clitheroe. Sutton's 50th minute goal is the only goal of the occasion. It's enough to sink Sutton reserves, and by sinking them, they sink into the drop zone. They drop to 15th. Clitheroe, the win pulls them out of the drop by 2 points. They move up into 12. That's a really between, I would say, 16th and 12th. That's a massive relegation scrap going on there between, what is that, 6 teams? So it's becoming interesting. The top three in our league, us, North Walkden, and Bradley, we've really pulled away. So we're either getting promotion by winning the league or a playoff spot. Like it's you kind of feel comfortable. Cross Hill's on 31. We're 20 points clear of that. So we're almost 7 full games clear of that. Is Central America one too, right? No, Central America is not its own confederation. So there is, if I go here, it's only North America. And if I go to club competitions, there is the Champions League. There's the Canadian Championship. There's the Champions Cup, which is the winner of Liga MX versus the winner of MLS. There's the League Cup, the Leagues Cup, which is every Liga MX team versus every MLS team. There is the Central American Cup. You are right. You are actually right. I've never seen this. Look at the teams in here. Alajuelense, that's isn't Alajuelense Mexican? Isn't that Chivas? No, it's Deportiva Alajuelense. Okay. Okay. You are right. Sorry. I'm sorry for doubting you, Duck God. I should have never doubted him. But yeah, there is a Central American one. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good call. If I go to teams, who's in it? Panama, Nicaragua, Belize, Guatemala, Costa Rica, El Salvador, and that's it. Okay. So, cool. I love how it says host Jamaica and no Jamaican team is in it. The holders are Saprissa. Saprissa is the biggest club outside of Mexico in the United States. Like by bar none. Bar none. Saprissa is the biggest club. Alajuelense and Herediano are the next two best. Under 20 team. I did see that too. Yeah. Fuck, where are they? Uh, yeah, CD Plaza, Amador. Um, Amador. Where are they? Amador. Where are they? They're not even. Oh, here they are. Plaza Amador from Panama. Okay. What tactic are you using at the moment? Do you tinker it at all? I don't tinker it. It's a tactic I would never recommend to anybody. The tactic is called Benny's Balls Deep Bonsai Blitz Bonanza, aka the BBB. It is a 4-1-1-3-1 ASIM wide with a complete forward, a Ramdeuter, an enganche, a wide target forward, a Mitsala, a Regista, a wingback, a ball-playing defender, a libero, another wingback, and a sweeper keeper. And I haven't tinkered it since I started the save. So, autosave means we're about to tick over into match day. So, uh, I like my FM14 tactics a little bit more, which I use a 4-3-3. I call it a 4-3-3 diamond. Because to me, a 4-3-3 is four defenders, three midfielders, and three forwards, right? Two of them can be wingers, like AML, AMR, and one central striker. But that's traditionally like a 4-3-3 to me. You have one central midfielder who plays box to box. You have two wide midfielders, right? And or you can play it narrow and try to trap the ball towards the sides. Um, in my opinion, though, that's what a 4-3-3 is. So when they give me these formations that are like, oh, it's a 4-3-3, but it's a DM, two central midfielders, two attacking wingers, an AML, an AMR, and one central striker, I also called it a 4. To me, that's a 4-3-3 diamond because it's obviously diamond shaped with the striker at the top, the DM, and then the diamond with the two. You know what I mean? The two midfielders and the two wingers. So I call it a 4-3-3 diamond, but I like the 4-3-3 diamond. I roll with that most. I think I'm going to roll with the 4-3-3 diamond with a Gangan press in FM23 when I start that save, which is a brand new save coming on Friday. So look forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. That is a yellow card. Yeah, that's a yellow. Without a shadow of a doubt, that's a yellow card. Uh, so I like that. I like having that, right? And then I like when I want to protect the lead, okay? If we have the lead, let's say it's like a one-goal game and I want to protect the lead, I like, and it's late, like 70th minute, 75th minute, I like going to a 4-1-4-1 and having four defenders, one defensive midfielder, two central midfielders, one left midfielder, one right midfielder. I like doing that. Just shift into a 4-1-4-1 and have one striker alone at the top, right? And then if I really need a goal, if I absolutely need a goal, whether we're losing or I want to try and win the game and we're trying, I like doing a 3-4-3 diamond. And the 3-4-3 diamond is three central defenders, one defensive midfielder, one midfielder on the left, one midfielder on the right, one attacking midfielder in the center, and then three strikers up top. So, Right. Wellman resumes full training. Counterlogic FC under-18s enjoy big win over Brackley under-18s. Friday is Friday the 13th of June, which ironically was Jason's birthday from Friday uh, the 13th films. Okay. Right. Blockbuster from the penalty marker in the 29th. Jean-Jacques Helliwell in the 35th, and again and then Liam Young in the 40th, and then Jean-Jacques Helliwell again in the added time at the end of the first half. Made it 4-0 at the break. Jean-Jacques Helliwell completed his hat trick in the 54th, and we ran out 5-0 winners. Jean-Jacques Helliwell, player of the match with a 10.0. Liam Young had a 9.0. Crack, you were named to the bench. Serafel was subbed out in the 77th minute. Switchblade was booked. He played. Ducky played. Had a 7.71 key pass. And Blockbuster was subbed out. No, I don't want that. Blockbuster was subbed out in the 82nd. He had a goal and an assist as well. Matthew Gonzalez played. He was subbed out in the 61st with a 6.9. So there you go. There you go. That's how we have it. So, right. They've got 11 games left, and they are now 7 points clear at the top over Accrington Stanley under 18s. Fitness test. Parks and Sheamus are good for the fitness tests. They've passed them. We got a tactical meeting. We are going to mark Dave Keane tightly at all times, and we're going to get into the team selection. From back to the middle and around again. I'm going to be there to the end, 100% pure love. Chris Mather is going to get named again. I should do Tyler Wright because I haven't played him at all this season. I haven't played Tyler Wright at all this season. Let's give Tyler Wright the old selection, shall we? Let's see if he can what he can do here in this game. We had the autosave. I'm going to manually save. Ducky joined later than me, but gets playtime. I call favoritism. Nepotism, I call bias. First off, number one, I know you're joking, but please do not start that in the chat. Second off, number two, you were literally injured. So you wouldn't have started the game anyway. It would have been too big of a risk. Yeah, exactly. So the third reason is TJ Selby is on loan to us. And he's a player I was going to sign. You actually caught me being a goalkeeper in a difficult spot because before you were a goal, that is a yellow card, my man. Before you caught me, what's up, party boy? Sarcasm, of course. Fourth reason who subs a goalkeeper. It's not just that. It's more the fact too. Like I loaned TJ Selby in because I needed a goalkeeper, I loaned in TJ Selby, right? And he comes to the club and he's good. And then this guy popped up, Kevin Heinrich, who's young. He's real young. He's 19, and he's got a lot of potential, right? And I was like, holy shit! And he was on a free, and he had a work permit. So I was like, or I think I assigned him a work permit. But anyway, the point is, I was like, holy shit, he's available on a free. So I signed him, and then I sent TJ Selby down to the under 19s or under 18s to play because he's even younger. So I thought I'll send him down and he can get playing time in the under 18s, and then maybe I can make him a permanent signing later. And that was going to be the plan. Does the assistant actually care about the loans? I think he does, yes. And that was going to be the plan, right? And then halfway through the season, you redeemed the thing and said, I want to be a goalkeeper. And I was like, shit, okay. So now I have 4 goalkeepers, really 5 if you count Barney Tullock. He's sitting over here. And I don't need that many. But you got hurt, and I haven't terminated the loan yet. I actually can't terminate TJ Selby's loan. The clause in it says I can't terminate it. So now I'm sitting here like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like I'm between a pickle and a hard place right now. Or I'm in a pickle between a rock and a hard place right now, I should say. So I'm a little bit I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. Besides shout out Party Boy. Guys, give him a follow. He is a North American streamer, playing through his first save. This is probably that looping header again. Playing through his first ever FM save at the helm of Brest. And, yep, here comes the looping header. Boop, there's the goal. But give him a follow. Great guy. And, yeah, you have a lot of fun on his stream. Right, I'm going to snooze the ads. We're going to try and get into it. So the situation with you right now, Crack, is a little fucked. But I think at the end of the season, I'm just going to let the loan... Bro, this clip is traumatizing. Bro, you got to get another clip, man. It pulls a random clip, and if that's the only one, that's the only clip it's going to pull, man. So I apologize, Crack, but I think until the end of the season, the situation's a little fucked with you. I can start you over TJ Celebi, but I have other clips. That's just the first one I have. Well, it says, if I look at scene.gg, and I look at shoutouts, the setting that it's currently on is, oh, do I have to fucking log in again? Or do I have to refresh? Okay, the setting that it's on is random recent clip. That should not be, now I'm pissed. Because I have definitely set that before to random top clip. Why has it done that? Why has it just reverted itself? Give me a second. I'm gonna override the layout real quick. There we go. Do I have to feature them? No, I don't think you do. I think I had to. Let me try it again now that I saved it. Okay. Let me try it again. We're going to try it again real quick. Okay? Oop, nope, that's not your name. That's the link. Nope, that's the message you put. Oh, no. Yeah, we're going to try it again. Get ready. It might be traumatizing. Here we go. Yep, it's the same clip. You might have to feature them, yes, then. I'm sorry. Let me turn it up. There you go. I turned it up. Oh, it's still on. I turned it on. I'm sorry. Oh, it's still there. Oh, it's still there. It's going through it again. Oh, God. You could test it on me. Yeah, but it's pulled a random clip from you. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay. Let me try testing it out on you. Yeah, see, that is a random clip. Because the last clip that I... That's a great clip. That's a great clip. The last clip that I... from a truly crap game, yeah. I sold that keeper, had a 20% sell-on clause, and the guy is worthless now, which is nice to know. If you ever see, there's a clip I did of Pixelated Suits, his stream. He had a guy, I think it was a community member, or was somebody that somebody in the community liked, and he gave him the tag, "This guy sucks," as a middle name. So it said, whatever his first name, "This guy sucks," and his last name. And he was in a cup final, and he was on. It went to pens, and if he saved the penalty, he stayed in the shootout. And if they scored, then he was going to lose. And he paused it right before the penalty got taken in the clip, and he goes, "If he saves this, I'm going to take that off his name." And he dove the complete wrong way, and he was like, "This guy sucks. This guy actually sucks." So that guy in his save is forever, "This guy sucks." It's great. I have never had a player with a sell-on clause make more than $1 million. Well, I have. So IRL, I'm waiting for Jack McGlynn to get sold, because when Houston sells him to Europe, we're gonna make a bank on that fucking transfer. We sold Jack McGlynn to Houston for $4 million, right? and he has a 50% sell-on clause. 50%. We're going to always press Kyle James. They are 0-1-4 in their last 5. We are 4-0-1 in our last 5. Let's move on. The other crazy thing about that is, right, I was talking about this today real quick because you guys might not know who Jack McGlynn is. He's a 21-year-old American. He scored the first goal against Turkey today from like about 20 yards. His left foot is fucking unreal. It's incredible, his left foot, right? And what I would say is take a look at the kid because he's actually pretty good. I just didn't get to keep the money because Breastsport are terrorists out here to make me look bad. Yeah, sorry about the turkey. It's a friendly. I don't care. But so but what I was going to say, this kid's left foot, Jack McGlynn's really good. Defensively, he's a bit of a liability. He doesn't really press, doesn't really track back. But offensively, he's amazing. He has a great left foot, right? He scores some unbelievable goals for both us last season and for Houston this season. But what I would say is he was linked to Europe by 3 different clubs. I think is it like Rapid Warsaw or something like that? He was linked with Feyenoord. He was linked with West Bromwich Albion. And we sold him to Toronto because that was the highest offer. Toronto paid $4 million and a 50% sell-on. Now, I'm sorry, but if you're West Brom and you can't offer 7 to 8 million for him, if you're Feyenoord and you can't offer 7, 8 million, like what? People are like, why did they sell him to? People were upset because like, why did they sell him to a team in MLS? He's bound for Europe. He should be in Europe. He's going to develop so much better in Europe. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, because Houston's offer was literally the highest offer, and the offer was 4 million, dude. Like, you can't tell me the teams in Europe can't match 4 million. They can't best 4 million. So, it was just lazy. It's just lazy. I look at it and go, it's just lazy from those teams in Europe. Uh, you know, so if they really wanted him, they would have come in and said 7, 8 million. He's yours. Union would have fucking taken that, hands down. So, actually, he wasn't 4 million. I'm sorry, that was the Gazdag deal. The Gazdag deal was 4 million. Jack was 2.5. 2.5 million was Jack. So if somebody in Europe offered 5 million for Jack, he probably would have went to Europe. But instead, Houston offered 2.5, and that was enough. That was literally the highest offer. So, right. I'm going to tell them to make sure they win this match. So that was the crazy part to me. Anyway, here we go. They are in a 4-4-2. We are in our 4-1-1-3-1. John Stokes is the ref. His first game of the season. Get a dance off. Stop. We are underway here. I'm going to snooze the ads one last time, and we're going to hope that this game finishes in under 25 minutes. Right. I forgot that Jack was only 2.5 million. I'm sorry. That Gazdag was 4 million. And I think Jack McGlynn was, I'm sorry, not Jack McGlynn. Jack Elliott was 500,000. So the Union the Union made 7 million in this transfer window. They spent 3.1 on Damiani. So net was 3.9 million. But yeah, they're doing pretty good, the Union. Right, here's a Konikun. Go on, a Konikun. Go on. Snicky! There it is. Right away. Right away. Snicky on the score sheet. A Konikun gets tackled. It's actually a really good tackle from James, but the ball just squirts to Snicky. And there you go. All right. I don't even know. I don't even know what the Turkey game finished at. What the score of the Turkey game finished at. That's how little I cared about the Turkey game, to be honest with you. Spaps, it's headed away. People put so much stock into that shit. Like, you know, I know there's European qualifiers on. It finished 2-1 for Turkey, right? I did see an Optastat that they scored twice in 2 minutes and 22 seconds or some shit like that. So, Canada Ukraine played Ukraine and won 4-2. The thing that I guess the difference for me is like, oh, Koniku, oh, what a screamer of a goal! Holy shit! What a fucking what the holy oh my god! Oh, wow! Holy crap! What a what a that's an unbelievable goal. Anyway, what a wow. What a goal from Akunikun. The hands are up in the air. He's onside, and Snicky scores again. 3-0 inside 12 minutes. So, what I was going to say is, like, some people tell me, like, oh, are the European qualifiers on? Are you going to watch the like the World Cup qualifiers and stuff? And I'm like, not really. Like, there are going to be some games in the World Cup qualifiers that are going to be interesting, right? Like if Germany played the Netherlands or something in World Cup qualifying, like that's an interesting game. Iceland Scotland would be kind of interesting. Like I know they played the other day, but like people are like, oh, are you gonna watch the England game? Like they're playing fucking Andorra. No, you know, 7-1 Chicago. It's Chicago have literally scored a touchdown. DC are bad. Uh, it's another breakaway. DC must have given up 5 or 6 goals on the break. Like they are bad. Um, but what do you call it? Like most qualifiers aren't going to be particularly very interesting, right? So I'll watch a select of those. The Nations League I don't care for. Like the only thing I cared for in the Nations League was seeing San Marino get promoted to Group C. Like that's that was the best story of the Nations League. Like the whole any other match, Twinkle makes it 4. What? That's a really good team goal right there. Second of the season for Twinkle. Really good finish from him as well. Good run off the ball from Twinkle. But this is just well worked. The back heel, Twinkle in the late run. Great run. Great finish. And it's 4-0. But like, so yeah, I totally skip over Nations League. I don't watch a minute of it pretty much. I don't watch a friendly. Like there's other leagues I watch. I watch MLS. I watch other sports. I watch ice hockey. I watch baseball. Akunikun, that's not. I watch, the Paralympics. So I spend my time watching other shit instead of that. That's a free kick. And Akonikun's literally going to take a free kick in a little bit of a more advanced area. Fife's been hurt. So I think, yeah, are playing bad today. You should try to wake them up. I think, really? Well, we played awful the first game. The first game we actually lost the first game, and it snapped a 106 game unbeaten run. So here's a Konikun on goal. Oh, it's so she scored 2 bangers in the same game. Konikun scored 2 bangers in the same game. What a think it's important to see the U.S. men's national team show up and win some games. Yes, I agree. They haven't seen the finer strength. I agree. I think the problem that Pochettino has that he is not going to solve is that he has a really great young group of players, core of players. Diego Luna, Jack McGlynn, Nathan Harriel, Quinn Sullivan. Like, these players are great. You know what I mean? Um, that can play for the U.S., but they lack a lot of experience. And that might show through on some of the games, right? But the veteran players, Weston McKennie, Christian Pulisic, they are not good enough for the men's team because they do not have the right attitude and work ethic for the men's team. They skip games. They let the club control. Who I don't know why they don't build around Reyna, to be honest, because of the shit that happened with his dad. Cookies makes it 5. I'm sorry, he makes it 6. Probably because of the drama that happened between his dad and the U.S. Soccer Federation. The setup I have, if was all playable, would be 1.2 million players. Oh my God. That's a lot. But I think that's the problem. I think there's a big ego problem with those veteran players. You know, some of them don't want to be there. They don't look at it as a privilege. They look at it as like a chore. Pulisic, McKennie, mainly, and I think that's the problem. So, if they had some experienced players who were playing, who cared about the men's team, you know, and could guide the younger players that come from MLS or are developing in MLS, I think they would be a lot better. If that's the case, don't call them up. They haven't. I feel like not starting him during the CONCACAF Nations League was a key reason that they lost. He's got a great delivery from set pieces. I think the work ethic is why they lost. I think they haven't called him up for the Gold Cup. I don't think. Let me check the roster for the Gold Cup. That should be under the due page. Not too far back. Here's the roster for the Gold Cup. Chris Brady, Matt Freese, Matt Turner, Max Arfston, Alex Freeman, Nathan Harriel, Mark McKenzie, who plays in Europe. McKenzie plays in Europe. Tim Ream, he plays in Europe. Chris Richards, Miles Robinson, I think he plays in Europe. John Tolkien, Walker Zimmerman, Brendan Aronson, that's European. Tyler Adams, European. Sebastian Berhalter, Johnny Cardoso, Lucha de la Torre, Diego Luna, Jack McGlynn, Quinn Sullivan, Malik Tillman, Paxton Aronson, Patrick Agayamong, Damian Downs, Brian Wright, Haji Wright. So he's not on the Gold Cup roster. McKennie isn't. McKennie isn't. Reyna isn't. Pulisic isn't. That is Ben Lloyd getting one back, unfortunately. So, what was the score? It's 1-1. The Union scored its 2-1. Union beat Atlas in the friendly 2-1. I care more about the Union friendly than the U.S. men's national team friendly. It's a shame since it's such a crucial time for the U.S. to capitalize on the hype of the World Cup, but they need the team to show up and perform. I agree. Canada has a lot of starters showing up to the Gold Cup. I agree. I think there's a really good chance they win the Gold Cup. Canada. Mexico's going to be tough. They've gotten a little better from like 2 years ago. I think Mexico's a little bit better than what we saw, 2 to 4 years ago. But I think I need to make some. This is only the first half. Holy shit! It's 6-1, and I'm thinking it's I thought it was the second half for a second. Um, but I think that's the problem is these players over in Europe are a little bit too big for their own britches. Um, so Canada is sending that many starters because they don't have money to set up more friendlies, I think. But the Canadian players also care. They want to play for the national team. You know what I mean? And it's the summer window. It's not like it's an October window where clubs are a little bit more hesitant, or especially the March window. It's not like it's a March window where clubs are in the height of the season, right? And some of them are chasing down Europe or European players. That's why I said, oh, fuck off, crack. But no, you know, it's the summer window. So this is the one window where what the fuck was that? I might need to yell at them and wake them up. Jonathan David is playing in the friendlies even though he is up for a new deal, which is crazy. Yeah, but I mean, the June window. Clubs should not have a say on whether you go to the national team or not in the June window. You know, in the summer window. Akoni-kun free off the wall. I thought we were going to get a hat trick. I thought Akoni-kun was going to get a hat trick with 2 banger free kick goals. Uh, here's Frack. Whipped in. Rivers. Back to Frack. Good touch. I just think somebody needs to really I don't know. I think going forward, I think the trap that the US got themselves into under Berhalter was they looked at the players and they said these 11, 15, whatever players are playing in Europe, they're clearly the best talent that we have. And that was constantly who was picked. And the US has always done well when there is a selection of players that have come from the MLS because foreign international sides don't scout those players. Those players develop fine because the competition level on MLS is fine. And I think that's a big problem. I think there has to be a balance between the quality that's good enough to play over in Europe and the quality that's developed at home. And right now, the quality that wants to play in Europe do not care about playing for the national team. And the quality that's playing at home has not developed enough to be good enough to get the national to answer the expectations of the national team. I think that's essentially what it all comes down to. 6-1 at the break. Snicky with 2, Akoni-kun with 2, Twinkle and Cookies. Ben Lloyd got one back for Earlham. But it is 6-1 at the break. I just look at this. The talent's there. Nobody can deny the talent's there for the U.S. team. They actually have an abundance of talent. They have a wealth of riches this time. With the talent that's coming up, with the Aronson brothers, with McGlynn, with the Sullivan brothers, they have the talent coming up. They have the talent overseas that's played in some big leagues. The talent's there. They just have to put it. Oh, that was almost an amazing goal from McGlynn. They just have to find a way to put it all together. So. Anyway, here's Akoni-kun. On the right-hand side, Spaps. Back inside for Cookies. The turn, Twinkle. Myself. Chip over the top, but that's going right to the wall. Because Canada doesn't have the wealth of talent that we have. They have good talent in Canada. Do not get me wrong. This is probably the best class of Canadian talent to come through ever. But they don't have the depth that we do. And yet Keane's going to score that. It's going to be 6-2. This is the goal. Yeah, this is the golden generation without a shadow of doubt. And they can put it together. They can figure it out. They won their CONCACAF qualifying group for the last World Cup. They finished top. Are you Canadian, party boy? Or are you American? I can't remember. You might be Canadian, and I might have shouted you out earlier as American. I apologize heavily for shouting you out earlier as American. I am so sorry. That is my mistake. Uh, I didn't mean to do that. I genuinely thought otherwise. So it wasn't under malicious pretenses, that's for sure. Uh, Austin have scored. It's a good header. That's going to be a corner. My bad. You said North American, to be honest. I might have actually ducked God. That's true, which is still true. It's all good. But it's now noted for next time. Uh, and go Oilers. I only say that because they're my team. But anyway, um, no, this is definitely a golden generation in talent for Canada, and they can put it together. They won their CONCACAF group. That win in Edmonton against Mexico in the CONCACAF qualifiers last time for the Qatar World Cup. What a historic win. That was an amazing. The Ice Tech, yeah, that's so good. That's such a great nickname for that place, really. So, but uh, Zealand did something or did a story that was kind of the same about when Honduras came to play the U.S. in a qualifier, Gold Cup qualifier or something, right? How they said, oh, it's the January window. Let's take him to Minnesota and make the Hondurans play in Minnesota. It was just fucking freezing cold. So I watched the Atakugbe Selly where he jumps in the snow. Like, that's such a good one. Hey, don't complain. You could be the Republic. Yeah, honestly, it's sad that Ireland has not got the talent coming through, and I don't know what has caused it because the 80s and the 90s produced some fucking unreal talent in Ireland. And what happened? I have no clue what happened. I don't know if Gaelic football got bigger and a lot of the talent just decided to go and start playing Gaelic football. I mean, that's a possibility. I didn't mean to do that. Cancel. Cancel. Yes, cancel all changes. Yes, please. Cancel the changes. Sorry. I don't care if Park's one yellow card away. He's got to serve a suspension. He's got to serve a suspension. He's got to serve a suspension. I want Akoni-kun to get his hat trick. We are going to put Tyler Wright on for the first time this season. The player's getting poached. No, wait, what? Wait, dude, they keep joining England. Really? Rice, Grealish, other good one. A few others moved to Ireland. I mean, but are they? Here's the question, Crack. With Rice and Grealish, were they born in England, and it's just their parents or their grandparents that's Irish, or were they actually born in Ireland? Because if it's something where they're born in England and they grew up in England, and it's just that they're eligible because they have a father Irish. Okay, but where were they born? Where were they born? I mean, you wouldn't want Jack Grealish anyway. He's kind of ass. Grealish was born in Birmingham. I mean, sure, his yes, he might have been playing for the Irish youth teams, but he was born in Birmingham. He's very much English. You know what I mean? So him declaring for England is not a surprise. Declan Rice was born in Kingston upon Thames. You know, he grew up there. He came through West Ham's academy. You know, Rice was eligible to play for Ireland because his paternal grandparents were from Cork. He's not going to choose Ireland. So, he's, you know what I mean? Like, most of Northern Irish are English. Well, I wouldn't say that. That's objectively not true. Here's Cookies, and he's fired it over. We lost Tomori to England. We are getting a decent amount of dual nationals declaring for Canada. We consistently have lost everyone, but now things are changing. That's because Canada, the thing with them is the difference between declaring for Canada versus England as opposed to declaring for Ireland versus England is that you are more than likely able to break into the Canadian side, right, than you are the English side. And on top of that, it is a lot easier or more common for Canada to qualify for a major tournament than it would be for Ireland to do so, right? Or, so like these players that look at this and say, oh, that's a good effort. We might not make it, there's a chance we don't make it into the England squad. But if we go to Canada, we could play international tournaments, and I still might be able to go to the World Cup. I might have a better shot at playing in a tournament like the World Cup if I declare for Canada, you know what I mean, than England. So those players, the exact opposite is true, you know? If your choice is between Ireland and England, right, you have to choose between essentially declaring for England, and you might not break into the first team and get to play international football, or declaring for Ireland and you get to play international football, but there's a chance that you don't qualify for a big tournament. And I think that's what those players have to weigh. I don't like that. I think you should just play where you're born and raised from. You know what I mean? Like, but still. Fikayo Tomori was born in Calgary but moved to England when he was young. Declared for the UK. They probably won't ever use him. Yeah, declared for England. What a goal. What a goal. And that's Twinkle's second goal of the game as well. He's got two. To be fair, Grealish always played for England. Yeah, exactly. And, Rice is the same way. Rice has grandparents that are Irish, sure, but he was born in England. He developed in an English academy. He's played in England. So what is he going to choose? You know what I mean? Think about it that way. So. Wright's going to head that out for a quarter. It's 7-2. 2 minutes of added time. We don't even need to play it, man. It's 2 minutes. 7-2. Chicago put a touchdown up against DC. We put a touchdown up against Ireland tonight. There you go. No, Rice played for the Irish national team since he was under 12. But he moved when he was about 21 to the English team. Just so you know. And I understand that. But that is not my argument or what I'm talking about. Where was he born and where did he grow up in? So where is he probably going to identify with more? Where did he train at? You know what I mean? So we also offered a trial to Gabe Biancheri as he is eligible for Canada. Nice. Snicky in the 5th, Konekun in the 7th, Snicky in the 11th, Twinkle in the 15th, Konekun in the 20th, Cookies in the 23rd. 5-0. Ben Lloyd in the 35th got one back. I'm sorry, that's 6-0. Ben Lloyd in the 31st got one back. Then Dave Keane got a second back for Ireland. Twinkle shut the door in the 89th. 7-2. That is as good as a win. So, famously, Jonathan David was born in Brooklyn, but he grew up in Ottawa. Right. So he might identify more in Ottawa. Anyways, I'm off again, my friend. Chat to you tomorrow, maybe. It's late there. I don't blame you. Have a wonderful night, Crack. Take care of yourself, man. Thank you very much for coming by and for all the talk. I'm not talking bad about Ireland, by the way. I really wish my ancestors are from Cork as well, so I really wish Ireland had a team, that was good enough to get to the World Cup and whatnot. I really do, but I just look at this like, well, all these players chose over us. It's like they weren't even born in Ireland. What is happening to the Irish talent? Why aren't kids in Ireland, born in Ireland, playing in Ireland, trying to develop themselves to be better? You know what I mean? So If the U.S. can do it, Ireland can do it. That's the big question. So, anyway, have a wonderful night. Youth International Football needs nothing, especially U12. I don't think, U12, is going to play for a national team at senior side. Tactically, there's not even anything set up at U12, right? You don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, it's U12. Players are just starting to wrap their heads around the game at 12. U12. I 100% agree with that, Ducky. Burskov hosting Main Road. Carson in the 13th minute got Burskov underway, and then Jones for Main Road in the 29th leveled it. But then Forsyth from the penalty marker in the 40 in added time at the end of the first half. Brecken in the 52nd. Hawkridge in the 77th made it 4-1 for Burskov. They win, and Burskov are going to go. I'm sorry. They're still in the relegation. They're still 17th, but they pull within 3 points of safety. That's actually a big win for them. It's a pretty big blow for Main Road as well, who had a chance to climb out of relegation had they won. They would have at least leapfrogged Sutton reserves had they drew. Mossley hosting FC Isle of Man. Howson in the 4th. Ingram in the 83rd. And that was enough for Mossley to scoot past FC Isle of Man. They are going to remain in 5th place, 6 points above Cross Hills, though Cross Hills have a game in hand. Ramsbottom United hosting in Central. It's 11 unbeaten now for Ramsbottom United, as Beatty's 9th minute goal is the only score of the occasion. Ramsbottom United move up to 38 points, and in Central are going to remain in 8th. So Ramsbottom are planted in the playoff places by 7 points. There's definitely a gap opening up between the top 3 to 4 and everybody else. Here's a pre-match press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question with Jamie Wilson at ITV Sport. They deserve one after that. Yes, they do. Absolutely. I'm delighted. Confidence begets confidence. No, their confidence is sky high. We're gonna take it one match at a time, building each positive. Twinkle's goal is fantastic. Harry Norris was with you on your journey. His record speaks for itself. Ways he's been playing. Thank you very much, Jamie. Right. Snicky set for goal. They are now 1 goal away from 15 league goals, which would give them a 3.6 pound goal bonus. Konikun dominates, and he is player of the week. Well done. Same, I'm tired. Good night. Thank you for being here, Duck God. Have a wonderful rest of your night. I agree with you completely on the international football thing in U12s. I think that's 100% spot on. Have a wonderful rest of your night, Ducky. Get some good rest, man, and I will speak to you soon. For those on YouTube, this is the end of the episode. 232 is in the books. At least I hope it's 232. Did I mess up the numbering? No, that was episode 232. It's in the books. We're back with the next episode versus actually a really tough Mossley side who's in 5th. That's the next game. We actually got 2 really tough fixtures next. 5th place Mossley and 11 unbeaten Ramsbottom United. But anyway, until the next episode, thank you for watching. Take care.